G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And through filming a number of car reviews on this channel, I've had the pleasure of taking a wide variety of different cars on a wide variety of different fun Wellington roads. And so today I've compiled the 15 best driving roads in the Wellington region for you to go and try yourself. Alrighty, so the first fun driving road in Wellington, it's the Blue Mountains Loop, as I call it, because it actually goes across 3 different roads. And it starts here in Pinehaven on a really fun little twisting back road here, and then it feeds out into an 80k zone with lots of straights. I filmed a few videos on this one before, the GT86 review, the review of the manual swapped CM2 wagon, along with the DC5 Type R that I used to have. I bought this out here to do a review of it, and it's just fantastic. The second road is another one of my favorites, and it's Macra Valley Road. 18 kilometers long, starts here in Johnsonville. If you follow it all the way through, then you end up in Macra. Lots of nice winding corners, but it's wide. I've filmed a number of videos on this channel, most recently the likes of my Z4, the FN2 review, the Caldina, the WRX STI, the facelift Civic review, the C63 that came down here, and the S2000 when I first reviewed that. It's very easy to drive on, very familiar, and it's pretty much right on my back doorstep, which is why I come here so often. The third fun road in Wellington that's a little bit longer is Coast Road. It starts in Wainui-Yamata, ends up all the way down on the south coast, and it's 17 kilometers long, so it's a great length, which means you get a good long blast. I filmed a few videos on this one before, the comparisons with the two Supras and the Alpha 159. There's a few sort of corners here and there, but the best bit is definitely right at the end by the coast, where it widens right out, and there's a few good corners and a few good straights where you can get going decently quick. But even just this first bit here is really, really good fun. The fourth road is Paikakariki Hill Road. It starts here in Paikakariki and finishes in Pāwatahonui. It's 15 k's long, and I've filmed a number of videos on this road. More recently the Z4 POV video, but also the Euro R, the Prelude, the CW2 wagon. And because it's reasonably steep, you can stay on the power for longer, hit VTEC, and just enjoy yourself. The fifth road, if I can put my power down, is the Rimataka Hill Road. I've filmed a few videos here before, the Sylvia review and the introduction video for my Z4. It's about 15 kilometers long, starts in Upper Hutt, ends in Featherston, and this is definitely one of the faster roads. You can go pretty quick on this. It's 100k speed limit, and you got some beautiful views. It climbs all the way to a summit at the top. There's a few passing lanes. It's just a good, fun road. The sixth long, fun road to drive in the Wellington region is Moonshine Valley Road. It's 12 kilometers long. It leaves from Riverstone Terraces right here, and it's relatively wide, which is great. It's nice and windy, so you never really get going that fast. And so long as you're sensible, this would be a great, fun road to drive on if you've got a car that's a little bit more suited to the windy roads. So now we're going to move into a few more of the more sort of medium length roads, and the first one here is Wainui-Yamata Hill Road. It's about sort of 4 kilometers long. I filmed quite a few videos on this one, the Black FD2, the Audi R8 was another one, and the CL1 Euro R among others. Oh, into VTEC. And it's a great opportunity to sort of test out the handling of your car at a little bit more speed. Third gear is perfect, and it's just a heap of fun, man, and you can get going decently quick through some of these corners, eh? And with that, we're halfway through the 15 best driving roads in Wellington, so let's go and jump in my Z4 and go and finish off the last few. The second of the more sort of medium length roads is Shelley Bay Road. Now, unfortunately, even though it's 6 kilometers long and right in the heart of Wellington and has lots of fantastic corners, the government sees fit to continually reduce the speed limit on this road, so it's not really that much of a great driving road anymore. Around the far side, it does start to get a little bit better, but depending on the time of day that you come out here, you can still have a bit of fun. There's some really stunning views out over the Wellington Harbour, and especially on a day like today where it's nice and calm. The third fun medium length road in the Wellington region is Alexandra Road. Now this starts on Constable Street in Newtown and ends up at the top of Mount Vic. And while there was often a lot of walkers and cyclists, it's still a very, very fun road. It's wide enough, we don't have to worry too much about cars coming the other way. It's about just over 2 kilometres long, and there's a few really good corners along here, eh? So you don't have to go too quick because you're always hitting another corner and then you sort of have to slow down again. I filmed a number of videos on this road, more recently the sort of retake of the CM6 along with the NSX review and the M135i. If you're looking to spice up your route from Churton Park to Tawa, then try out Middleton Road. It's got a decent speed limit, it's very wide, the road surface is pretty good. I filmed with the Altezza and the Lexus ISF down here, and it's great. Only about 3 kilometres long or so, and it's just more interesting than taking the motorway, you know? So finally we're moving on to the shortest roads, and the first one that I'm going to show you here is Grant Road, which goes that way, and Wadestown Road, which is just up here. They follow pretty much the same route, they're both about 1.5 kilometres long, and if you're looking for a fun little route out of the north end of town up into Wadestown, this is actually really, really cool. I kind of stumbled across this road by accident, to be honest. I was just going out for a bit of a drive, I think in the 535, and came up here and was like, yo, this road's actually really cool. I've now just jumped on the other one, Grant Road, coming back down again. And this cool little bit here through the valley, or through this little cutaway, is actually really fun to drive through, and you get some stunning views out over the city as well, especially at night. The second of the shorter roads is Onslow Road. It's 1.5 kilometres long, starts on the Old Hut Road and works its way up into Kandala. I filmed a few videos on here as well, the white FD2 and the diesel Accord, just to name a few. There's a couple of good little straights here at the bottom, which are of course a fantastic amount of fun, and then a few good corners, and it's just a much more interesting way to get into Kandala than any other option. Some of these corners are fantastic. As long as you don't get stuck behind anyone, it's awesome. Another little funny 1 kilometre long road is Woodburn Drive. It's got a cool little section coming into it, which is actually the Takapū Valley Road, but then you turn off just here. It is sort of residential, so you don't want to be doing anything too silly. But the first little bit up here where I filmed with the Celica is really cool actually. There's a nice little swooping corner up the hill. It tightens a little bit. And yeah, it is a good little alternative if you're just looking for a fun little road to just blat up for a minute or so. And the final little short road is another little funny one on the way into Karori, but it's a lot of fun. It's got a few good little corners right here at the start. There's no houses around, it's reasonably wide, nice smooth tarmac. And just overall, if you're looking for a fun little route into Karori, this is a great option. So there we go, that's 15 Wellington roads that I think are a hang of a lot of fun. It's taken an awful lot of time and petrol to make this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you might enjoy these ones that are popping up right about now. And I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.